Well, hey, crafty family. How are you doing this evening? I'm Eve with the baby's booty. And tonight is going to be about bling, but not about bling per se, but we're going to talk about the tools that you need in order to make sure that your blinging journey is successful. Okay. So we get that question a whole lot. It's like, what do I need to do to get started? What tools do I need to get started? So we're going to discuss all of that tonight. I even have a list written down so I don't forget anything. Can you believe it? I took the advice of Mr. McQuacken, so we will make sure that all bases are covered. And I don't want you to be left out. All of you, most of you in here are experienced, seasoned blingers. So I definitely want you to weigh in as well. What are your favorite tools that you'll need when you go to bling? But don't put it in chat just yet. Not just yet. Give it a minute. We'll all come together and I'll tell you when it's time to put that information in the chat because we don't want it to get lost and scrolled up and then you can't get to it and all that jazz. So we're going to have some fun tonight. And then also, we have two designs that we're going to bling tonight. Hopefully, we can get to both of them. We got Romeo over there cutting his little heart out. We had Graffy over here cutting his little heart out earlier. Graffy is done. So we'll definitely have some pretty designs to work on that I actually made. Sat down and made some designs, y'all. It's a miracle. So at any rate, before we get too far into all of this jazz, I want to let you know we do have a Facebook group, so you definitely can check us out, The Baby's Booty on Facebook. We also got Twitter. Rarely go on there. But we do have Instagram, so you can check us out on Instagram as well. And here on YouTube, we do have memberships. So if you would like to be a part of memberships and join up and help support our channel, we would greatly appreciate it. Thank you so very much in advance. And we got quite a few members in here tonight. So let's go ahead and give a holler to the folks who have come in to join us. Now, I can't say hey to everybody like that, but I'm definitely going to try and get as many of you in as I can. Miss Sharon Davenport was super early tonight. Hey, Miss Sharon Davenport, welcome. And thank you for being a YouTube Hoop Group member tonight. Well, you are a YouTube Hoop Group member. Oh, Romy is done. Miss Tyne, you welcome. Thank you for joining us this evening, and thank you for being a YouTube Hoop Group member as well. Carol Coleman's in the house. Welcome, and thank you for being a YouTube Hoop Group member. You know what? I just realized I forgot something else to put on that list. Mm-mm-mm. At least I remembered now. Just Paper Crafting. Hello, welcome. Patricia Johnson, welcome. And thank you for being a YouTube Hoop Group member. We got Kevin Moore. Hey, Kevin, we were just talking about you last. We was like, where's Kevin? We ain't seen Kevin. I don't know where Kevin is. Kevin right here, y'all. He up in the house. Hey, Kevin, what up? Welcome. And thank you for being a YouTube Hoop Group member. Kevin was playing with his new toys over there. That's all that was, y'all. Carol Coleman says hi to everyone in the chat. Baby Giant Services LLC, welcome. Thank you for joining us. Denisa Baldwin, welcome from South Florida. Welcome and thank you for being a YouTube Hoop Group member. Oh yeah, you know what, Sheila Cushionberry? Yes, honey. The buy-in is on and popping right now. You guys have another 7 days for the buy-in. So it is on, it is going. So definitely check that out if you wish to take part. And the buy-in is exactly what it sounds like. Everyone buys in. Everyone buys in on their order. Sorry, I heard a noise and was like, what in the whole wide world? And it was him cranking up that motorcycle. Why he be wanting to ride the motorcycle when we go live? Help me figure that out. Help me make it make sense. But anyway, and it's the loudest motorcycle on the planet. I ain't figured that out. I don't know how you can even do that, but it's the loudest one on the planet. But anyway, I digress. So the buy-in is going on right now. You have another 7 days. We all buy in together, and then I place the order. As soon as all of everyone's order comes back, then we divvy up those orders, repackage them in their beautiful ice box containers. Do you hear that mess? Do y'all hear that? anyways, in the beautiful icebox containers, and then we ship them out to you. The whole process takes about 30 days. Okay. So if you're interested in getting some absolutely stunning rhinestones at quality levels at an excellent wholesale price, then the buy-in is for you. Now, if you're like, I don't wanna wait no 30 days, fam. I need my stuff now. Then we also have hotfixfix.store. So you also can check that out. And he just left. Lord, please let this man be out there way far away somewhere riding his motorcycle to his heart's content. Let him please be safe and not get hit, not hit nobody, and not be driving drunk. But that loud motorcycle away for the next 2 hours. Thank you. Okay, so back to what I was saying. Back to what I was saying. So we can do the buy-in, but if you don't want to participate in the buy-in, that's okay. We also have hotfixfix.store where you get immediate fulfillment of your rhinestones. Okay. All right. So let's get back into the chat. Hi, Sheila Cushionberry. Welcome. Thank you for joining us this evening. Benita Neely. Hello. Welcome. We got EJ's daughter. Hey, welcome. And thank you for being a YouTube Hoop Group member. I appreciate it. And Sheila Cushionberry. Thank you for being a YouTube Hoop Group member. I appreciate you, honey. Dawn's World, glad you're feeling better and welcome. Thank you for joining us again from the recuperating side of things. I appreciate you. Greg Barker. Hey, Greg, welcome. And thank you for being a YouTube Hoop Group member as well. Then we got Breezy Custom Creations. Hey, Breezy girl, what's up? I had fun with you up at Wallapalooza. So it's good to have you in the house. Thank you for gracing us with your presence. I appreciate it. We got Twana J. Hey, honey, welcome. We also have Craftable Things on the recuperating side of things as well. Welcome and thank you for being a YouTube Hoop Group member, my love. I appreciate you. Raquel Maxwell. Love your name, honey. Ooh, that's a foxy name right there. Appreciate you being here. Tracy Murray, the Murray Effects. Welcome. Thank you for joining us. Leela Nelson, welcome. And thank you for being a YouTube Hoop Group member as well. Then we got Gigi's Boutique, who's also a YouTube Hoop Group member. Thank you. Blue Emerald Creations, Miss Sandra, thank you as well for being a YouTube Hoop Group member. Niall Brown, welcome and thank you for being a YouTube Hoop Group member. Porgy Town, welcome. Robin Gibbs, Myra Logan, welcome to all of you. Yastora M, thank you for being a YouTube Hoop Group member. Unbiased LLC, hey queen, welcome. Thank you for joining us. Janet Jordan, Elevate Artistry, welcome. Then we have Michelle Anderson, welcome. Thank you for joining us. Then we got Karen D in the house. Welcome and thank you for being a YouTube Hoop Group member. Miss Phenomenal Creations. Hey, honey. Welcome. Thank you for joining us tonight. We appreciate you being here. Me Creatively by Kim. Thank you. We appreciate you for being here. Miss JB, welcome and thank you for being a YouTube Hoop Group member. We appreciate you. Anita Omer, welcome. Thank you for joining us. Twyla Surratt and Gail Designs are both YouTube Hoop Group members. Thank you so very much to the both of you. Miney C, welcome. Raylene Hillhouse, welcome. Thank you for joining us. Lisa, when I'm not gonna do you like that, Lisa. I promise I'm not. Welcome. Thank you for joining us. Appreciate you being here. Denise Tanks, Lee Creations by K. Aisha, and Sharon Davis are all YouTube Hoop Group members as well. Thank you, 3 of you, so very much. Now, you guys, I'm gonna go ahead and scroll. Hey, Miss Ludi. Tammy the Bag Lady, welcome. Karen Knighton. Tammy the Bag Lady is a YouTube Hoop Group member. Thank you. Ernique, thank you for being a YouTube Hoop Group member. Let me scroll on down, y'all, because there's so many of y'all in here. And I definitely don't want to miss any questions. Carla Thomas Anders is a new member. Thank you so very much for joining the whole group. Holla. Yes, honey. Yes. And then let me ring my other bell. Ooh. And then Sharon DeBerry, welcome. Yes, honey. Thank you. We appreciate you for joining our memberships. We definitely want to welcome you warmly to our group. And definitely, anytime you have any questions, go ahead and drop them in the chat. All righty. So let us see. Hey, Suzanne, go, Gary, go, and Miss Barb. Sister Care, welcome. Thank you for being a YouTube Hoop Group member as well. Karen D and I are in the basement, but we didn't hide effectively. Mom, dad, and brother found us. Tell them come hang out too. We all found. Come on, fam. Big hugs to everybody over there at your house. Tell them I say, hey, hey y'all. How y'all doing? Hey, Karen D and Jamie family. All right, you guys. So let's go ahead because I saw somebody in the chat says that they don't feel like they're a seasoned blinger, and I'm sure they are. A lot of you guys in here are blingers, and we have a wide variety of tools that we will use to go ahead and get our rhinestoning on. Okay. And ironically, when you're trying to do rhinestones, the very first thing you'll need isn't necessarily the rhinestones, it's the design. The design is the very first thing you want to have when you are getting ready to do rhinestoning because you need the design in order to do our version of rhinestones. So there's a couple of options for rhinestoning out there. You have your hot fix rhinestones and then you have your flat back rhinestones. The flat back rhinestones are generally reserved for things like tumblers, mugs, shoes, stuff like that. Little stuff where you place them one by hand. Okay. So those are flat back. There is no glue on the back of those stones. But if you're going to do hot fix, which is what we do and what we sell, then it has glue on the back of the stones. But before we go any further, we want to let Miss Ruji get her bell ring on because she just got the EM1010 Ricoma, and that's a huge accomplishment. Congratulations, honey buddy. Holler. Yes, fam. Holler. Okay, that's what's up. And Miss Gigi's Boutique got the Romeo. Holler. Welcome to the Romeo family, fam. That's what's up. We love the Romeo around here. Romy be doing the thug thizzle, and I'm gonna show y'all that here in a minute. So when you purchase the hot fix rhinestones, your design actually is more important. Can you tell me in the chat why the design is more important when you're starting out than the stones? Kevin Moore, congratulations for being a member for 12 months. Yes, honey. Yes. And Viola got the Romeo and the Lockley cutter. Holler. Yes. We're going to be ringing the bell a lot because there was a lot of folks that jumped on that Romeo bandwagon, and I couldn't be prouder. And we got, I just saw it, Twana J, congratulations. Holler. Yes, honey. Yes. Thank you so very much. Oh, I saw the answer. I saw it. Thank you, Mary Binkley. I appreciate that. Let us see. It is because your pattern or your rhinestone designs determine what size stones to use. And that's a big thing that a lot of people do when they're starting out. They want to start out just buying rhinestones, and then they say, well, what rhinestones do I need to buy? Sharon Davenport, is not gonna work. And they ask what size rhinestones, and it's like, bam, that depends on what design you're going to be cutting out. What design are you cutting? So that's the most important thing. Now, so far for the past few months, we've had a rhinestone designer giving you guys a good deal on some awesome rhinestones. And let's go take a look at that. Let me get share screen and then let you see what we're talking about. Oh, you know what? Let me open from these folks right here. And we'll go to the Rhinestone Mechanic. So we're going to share screen. Now, the link to this website is in the description below, okay? So don't think you're missing out. The link to Rhinestone Mechanic is in the description. And if you scroll down, if you just go to the main website, if you don't even click the link in the chat, if you go to the main website and you see right here, the baby's booty, let's click there. And I'm going to go by the latest designs. We have some designs right here for us this week. Okay. And we got a mystery box. The mystery box is $2, but it comes with some really sweet designs in it. And then we've got real teachers, retired, and then we've got a necklace in this week's designs. Okay. So let's take a look at the um, rhinestone designs just to show you what we mean. So right here, you have our town, real teachers, our town. And notice it says SS10 plus your alphabet. And notice this one, SS10. This one, necklace, SS10. Notice SS10 here, but look at this butterfly for the pocket, SS6. So it's important to look at your rhinestone designs that you're interested in getting so that you make sure you get the right stones. Let's break it down even more. So this design that was on sale last week, it's not on sale this week, but I'm showing you why we're grabbing this design to take a look at it a little bit closer. Notice this design. It has 309 SS6 size stones in it. And then we also have 498 SS10 size stones. And then you got two SS10 size of a different color. So you need to know what rhinestones to even buy by looking at what the design calls for. That's super important. So it's kind of, I'm not going to say it's not a good thing to go ahead and just get rhinestones, because a lot of people are building up their collection. Denise Tanksley got a Romeo. I'm sorry I missed you, Denise. Congratulations on your Tanksley. Holler. Yes, honey. Yes, that Romeo is getting around, y'all. Okay, Dennis, thank you for being in here. So the designs that are on sale are going to be this week are going to be on sale until Monday night. So after Monday night, the price goes up on the designs that he offers for our group. Now, I want to also show you something that we've got this week going on. And I also want to show you this as well. You receive your stones, match with black and gold. Oh, perfect. Yes, Laura. That's what's up. Thank you for letting us know that they are matching and working for you. Hopper. Okay, Delonda, don't forget now. You need me to start over. I'm here for you. I promised you that. All right, so let's share screen. We'll go to the entire screen and go right here. And this is our Baby's Booty store, the Baby's Booty store. And on from this website, you can actually go to the buy in and the buy now, and notice it discusses what each one is so that you'll know which site to go to, which button to click, right? But up here, you also have classes. We do have a beginner's class that you can take at your leisure right here in the classes. And it's going to go over what we're talking about tonight and then some. So don't, if it feels like I'm rushing and you like need some more information, or like Delonda said, sometimes we start over. We can start over, but it's better for you to take the class. That way you can start over as much as you want, because it is up to you. You just click and go and you can watch it. But if we go to the buy now and then we go to Bling now, we've got rhinestone designs right here at the top of the page. You click there. We got some new designs to show you guys. So we have fall leaves. We did that last week, but we have autumn now. I did that. And that is in the store ready to go. And we're going to bling this one today. And then we also have these pumpkins. These you can, we've already cut those out with the Romeo, so we'll be showing you those as well. And this one is SS6, and both designs have an SS6 and an SS10 version. Okay, so if you're into SS6 stones, well, we got a design for you. If you're into SS10, we have a design for you. Now, saying all that to say, that brings us to your rhinestones. So you got your designs, you figured out what designs you want. You're like, oh my God, I love that design. I gotta do it. I gotta put it on a shirt. Just like Marilyn's E for everything. That design took the world by storm. Everyone loves that design. So her E for rated E for everything is in her store, and she has it in 2 different sizes as well. So once you decide what design it is that you want, then you can focus on getting your rhinestones. Also, the design kind of tells you what color rhinestones to get as well, right? Because you don't want to get a blue pumpkin. Well, I mean, do they have blue pumpkins? I don't know, but I'm just saying, I think they do have, I don't know. But anyway, you can pick what color stones you want to go with your design, and then you can purchase accordingly. Okay, because we don't want to waste. We want to get what we need. You can get extra, but we definitely want to get what we need. Okay, so then we go to our stones, and of course, our stones at the Baby's Booty store are high quality hot fix rhinestones, absolutely gorgeous stones. If you have purchased our hot fix rhinestones and you agree that they are the finer thing, drop us a heart in the chat, fam, so that these folks can know we ain't out here playing with y'all. We just not playing. We source the best for y'all. Because if you're going to be selling shirts, selling hats, selling totes, and stuff like that with the rhinestones on it, then it needs to be something that's going to look good for your customer. Okay. So that's that. Now let's go over to the cutting table, because we are going to actually start showing you the tools. And I have some tools on the table, and we actually have some new tools to show you that we are going to be offering in our store. Okay. So just trying to keep things where it's easy, you can manage, and you can get things done properly. Okay. So this is what Romeo has cut for us today. I'm going to go ahead and take it off of the cutter, because Romeo does an excellent job on cutting our flock. So that brings me to the, come on fam, don't do me like that. There we go. That brings me to the next thing that you will need to have in order to do your rhinestones. I don't know why I just want to do that, y'all. My bad. You need a cutting machine. Okay, you can't see mine. Let me pull Romy up a little bit. Now, you don't have to have the Romeo. You don't. The link is in the description, though, because Romeo is a bad mamma jamma. We're going to keep it clean. Romeo is bad. Okay, I love Romeo. Romeo cuts, and we had one little issue that had nothing to do with the machine itself, and whatever I throw at Romy, he cuts it. Okay. But you will need to have a cutter. Do you have to have a Romeo? No. You can have Romeo, you can have a GravTech, you can have a Cricut, you can have Cricut Maker, you can have Cricut Venture, you can have Cricut Joy. You can have Cameo, the Silhouette. Any one of these cutters will cut your rhinestone flock. Now, some of them, like Cricut, unfortunately, we're working on making sure that the settings work for the flock. But the thing is, each person's Cricut cuts differently. That's the thing with Cricut, though, and we're not gonna, bash Cricut or anything like that, but we definitely want you to be aware that the Cricut machine, you really need to do a test cut to find the perfect settings for you. Like, I can tell you what some perfect settings are for the Romeo. Thank you to Craftable Things for that. Her settings were dead set, perfect, work every single time. So they work for me, they work for many other people. So we can share that. I can share GraphTech settings. I can share Cameo settings. But the Cricut, we can say, okay, well, try starting here, but you need to test it, see if it works for you. If it doesn't, bump it up or bump it back if it works too well. You know what I'm saying? So the cutting machine is your next thing that you will need. And at some point, I'll have a template of paper with all of this information written down. All right. So once you have your rhinestone designs that you want, then you have your rhinestones. You know what size rhinestones you need to get in the colors that you want to go in your design. Then you need to get a cutting machine to cut out the rhinestone design that you are wanting to bling on a shirt. Okay. So once you get those things, now you need your rhinestone flock. All right. The link is in the description below for the rhinestone flock as well. So rhinestone flock feels like suede. If you've never purchased rhinestone flock before, it's kind of like a velvety, suede feeling. And it works perfectly for brushing in your rhinestones. And we're going to do that here in a little bit. Once you get your rhinestone flock, usually the rhinestone flock comes in 12-inch roll. You can get rolls You can get rhinestone flock by the sheet. You can get it by the yard, from 1 yard up to 50 yards. It just depends on where you purchase your flock from and how they have it packaged for you. But your average is going to be something like between 2 yards and 5 yards. Most people in bulk usually get about 5 yards of flock, and it'll last you a pretty decent amount of time. In addition to your rhinestone flock, you're also going to need transfer tape, okay? And you don't need just any kind of transfer tape. You need hot fix transfer tape. I really need to cut that thing off. Hold on, give me a sec, because that's just gonna drive me absolutely insane. But you need to get hot fix transfer tape, okay? Because you can't do regular transfer tape. There is a transfer tape that you would use to pick up decals. So for instance, you cut out words that you like, sugar to go on your sugar jar, or cookies to go in the cookie jar, or dog treats to go in the doggy treat jar, and you want to put that label on the jar. Well, you would use transfer tape to put down, squeegee it to make sure it sticks, and then turn it over, peel it off, and then press it to whatever it is, apply it. So that's transfer tape as well, but that transfer tape cannot withstand heat. You have to have hot fix transfer tape, a transfer tape that can withstand high heat. Because when we press our rhinestones, which reminds me of something else I didn't put on that list. Well, I tell you, I didn't put the heat press on there. You need a heat press. But at any rate, once you get that transfer tape and you pick up your stones, we have to press them with a heat press. Okay. So you need something that can withstand heat. Don't make the same mistake I did in the beginning, where I used just any transfer tape off of Amazon. It was trash. And then it melted all over the place. It was a whole hot food mess. And then it stuck to the heat press and it stunk. So it was just like, so definitely get hot fix transfer tape. The link is in the description where you can get some hot fix transfer tape. Okay. Let me see if I can't fix this thing real quick, because that's going to drive me insane. I don't know that I can, though. I don't know that I have the right software. But at any rate, so that also takes me to, nope, I think this is only for, what's the faces? I'm just going to have to be sad. Okay, so this takes me to the next thing that you're going to need is you're going to need a heat press. Do you have to have a big behemoth heat press? No, you do not. You don't need a behemoth heat press. But I would suggest a regular heat press. Why would I say that? Well, I do have a Cricut Easy Press. It's been sitting collecting dust, as you can see. And the Cricut Easy Press does work. It will press the stones onto the item that you're putting your stones on. But the problem is the stones won't stay stuck once you put them in the washing machine. Okay. Why is that? Well, when you are applying your rhinestones, you have to understand that there's glue on the back of the rhinestones. The glue on the back of the rhinestones needs to melt. And once it melts, it needs to stick to something. So fabrics such as t-shirts, denim is a little difficult, but it still can work. Canvas, any of those materials that are fabric, the glue will stick to it and it get down in the fibers and help the rhinestone glue and the rhinestone stick together longer over a longer period of time. But you also need pressure for that to take place as well. So a heat press will definitely give you the leverage and the pressure that you need, in addition to the heat, that will ensure that your rhinestones last a long time. Okay. Because just like any application that goes on shirts and hats and stuff that involve hot glue, such as your screen printing, your DTF, your vinyl, your rhinestones, any of that kind of stuff has glue on the back, eventually it can wear off and it can break, the glue can break down and it can lift off of the garment. But you ensure the longevity by pressing first off the moisture out of your item for a good 15 seconds at least. You really want to get a lot of that moisture out. Then go back and press the stones on for the 12 to 15 seconds as well to heat it up enough for that glue to hit, and use the heat press so that you can get that pressure. You can use an easy press. I don't want you to think that I'm saying, oh no, don't use an easy press. You can, but just keep in mind that your stones may not last as long because you need that extra pressure as well as the heat to make sure that those stones glue melt and get adhered to the item. So we've got our design. We have our rhinestones. We know what color, we know what size. We have our cutting machine. We have our rhinestone flock. We have our rhinestone transfer tape. We have our heat press. All right. So where do you go from there? Well, your cutter comes with the software. So we're not going to go into the software part of it, but your cutting machine will cut out a template. And this is an example of a template that we've made today as well. Now, with this one, all of the stones may not, all of the stones, all of the circles may not come out, but for the most part, most of the stones will come out. Alrighty. And what stones don't come out, we'll just put this sticky side down onto my cutting mat. And I'm just going to rub it a little bit and then pick it up, and the remaining dots should come up. And we still got some in there and some even flipped over. So this is the pretty pumpkin design that is on our website. Y'all, I was on it today. I was batting 1,000. We got the design up. We got pictures of the design. The file is up there. So definitely check it out. If I have made a mistake and mislabeled something or whatever, just shoot me a holler and I'll get it fixed. But I tried to double check and triple check and make sure that I got everything right this time. Because y'all know I'm bad for getting stuff messed up on that website. Doing that mess myself. Mary Binkley loves her Cameo 4. That Cameo 4 is a nice cutter. It does work. And it also, I've cut rhinestone flock successfully with the Cameo as well. So that's a good thing. Did you get it recently, or do we need to ring the bell? I don't know. So this is the bottom part of the pumpkin. I thought it was super pretty and decided to bling it out. And I still got some that are turned over. This is SS6. Was hoping we get to bling some SS6. Oh shoot, it's 9:30. I'm doing good. I thought I was going to be later than that. Okay. So here you see, once you get your template cut out, you'll have some challenges, probably like these dots. I don't know why they flipped over like they did with this. I've never had them flip like this, not this many at one time, but it's okay. You just, if you have patience and take your time and pull out where the dots are supposed to be out, you can kind of see the outline of them to take them out of your template. So I'm not going to take a bunch of time doing that with this one. I'll show you one that we have already had done. This one says autumn and it has a leaf in the middle. This is on our website as well. This is SS10, even though these holes look awfully big. And then here is an outline leaf. Now with this design that I have on my website, it has 2 different leaves as an option for you. Okay, so you can do the outline leaf, and then we also have one that's filled in. It's up to you. Both of them are on the website. You can download both of them, or you can download just one. But that's what's on the website. So once you get your design and you have it cut out, ready to go, the next thing that we have on our list is kind of optional. Kind of optional. It is optional. You don't have to have this, but it can help you. And what that is a chopping mat. Now, this chopping mat um came from my source, and we will be having as soon as I get everything together, we'll have chopping mats on the website again. But this is chopping mats, and I also have a link to a source of chopping mats that are a little bit bigger than this on Amazon. Now, I personally prefer the ones that are a little bit bigger, but that's only when I'm doing designs that are like this big. This is a big design. So this chopping mat is 14 by 11. It comes in a 10 pack. But the Thank you, Sheila Cushionberry. But the 14 by 11 is not big enough for this. I mean, I could do it. You see, it will fit on there. No, there's if you're doing the buy-in is a special in itself. Those are wholesale prices, so there's no extra anything for that. But I could cut off this extra on both sides and put it on the chopping mat, but the chopping mat is optional. And the reason why I use the chopping mats is because it allows me to store my templates that I've been working on and have cut out and want to bling again. So for instance, here are some templates that I've cut, and I'll bling them again at some point. And all I have to do is just grab the template already on the chopping mat and then set it down, brush my stones in, and then when I'm done, pick it up and come back to it when I need to. So that's why I like storing mine on the chopping mat. You don't have to, but it is quite helpful. And then you don't have to keep peeling the template off. Like right now, it's stuck to my cut. This one is stuck to my cutting mat. So when I'm done, I got to peel this off, put it somewhere, and then when I'm ready to do it again, come and put it back. And that peeling off on can dirty it up and possibly tear it. So it's better, in my opinion, to just leave it on a chopping mat. So chopping mat would be my next suggestion of something that you would need to get started. And then once you get started, come on thing, this thing is blurry and I don't know why it's acting monkey. I need to turn off autofocus, and I don't have that software anymore, so I gotta download it again because that was on the old computer. But at any rate, so here is our template. I'm not putting this one on the chopping mat just yet, but normally I do put them on the chopping mat. So now I would get my rhinestones and I would put them in the template, but you kind of need something for that too. All right. So what we have is rhinestone brushes. You need a brush of some sort. We have two different kinds. We have our purple small handled brush, and then we have our bone bling brush. So this brush is great for the SS6 size rhinestones. This brushes them in. It's a very soft brush. This is the back side where you would use to brush in the stones. And these are super, super soft and suede. So they get those stones in and the stones don't get stuck in the fibers. This brush, if you use it with the SS6, the stones will stick inside the fibers of this brush. But this brush works good with the SS10. You can actually use either brush for SS10, but this one I definitely recommend for SS6. So you'll need a brush. In addition to a brush, you'll need some form of a pickup tool. And let's show you why. Let's get some stones and start brushing in, since we knew we needed a brush. Let's start with, let's see, we got some colors that I wanted to use, and I did not get them together before going live, so we're gonna wing it. All right, so here is I'm gonna start with Rose AB. And this design I kind of wanted to do in AB colors because the AB colors are so super pretty. And they look amazing. And I'm going to use a piece of tape to help block, because this is 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6 colors. You don't have to do 6 colors, but that's the way I had this design in mind. It was inspired to me by Rhinestone Mechanics rodeo design. Absolutely love that design. And I said, we need something for the fall. And so let's brush these in. So like I said, you can use either one of the brushes. Both of them will work. I did not press that down enough. Take on tape. Stones is going up under the tape. And of course, the brush, which one you prefer, is entirely up to you. You can choose whichever one. But the brushes are available on our website. The link to our website is in the description below. The Baby's Booty .store, in the event that you're on the television and you can't see the description, because I found that out the hard way watching a video on the TV on YouTube and couldn't see the description. So either brush, as you see, will work with the SS10. Okay. So we're brushing in the first color. And as a person new to doing rhinestones, you'll probably have some of what I'm about to show you, where the all of the stones don't go in all of the holes like you would think it should. Let's get this off of this tape because I didn't press that tape down enough. So it's stuck to the back of the tape. And that's some bummy tape too, by the way. All right, so there are some holes where the stones didn't go in. And that's okay. There's nothing wrong with that. So there's a couple of options you have to get these filled in completely. Depending upon what stone I'm using, I can sometimes pick them up with my fingers, and also depending upon my arthritis day, and I can pick them up this way and put them in, or you can use a bling pen. So a bling pen, why is it blurry again? Will you be bringing back the pearl rhinestone? If you're talking about um the, come on, fam. I'm about to kick this camera to the curb, y'all. If you're talking about the what is it called, honey? I know he's in here. Opal. If you're talking about the opals, yes, opals are for the spring time. But you can also use a picker pen, which is what rhinestone pickup pen. The rhinestone pickup pen has wax on the back. This is an example of one. It has a section up here where you can put wax up here as well. And then there's wax on the back end of this one. We also, when we were doing our beginners kits, we had these in the store. I'm sorry, in the kits. And this has wax on the back as well. Now, with the wax pens, you kind of have to be careful, because this wax will transfer from the pen to the top of the stone if you press too hard. If you just barely touch it to the top of the stone, then you don't have to worry about that wax transfer, because the wax transfer will keep your transfer tape from picking up your stones. Okay, so just be careful when you're using your wax pickup pens. Another option for a wax pickup pen are these that are commonly used with the diamond painting kits. And these have their own wax squares that you can use. Now, of course, whichever option that you choose to go with is your preference. You don't have to absolutely use one or the other or the other. Go with what works for you. But these are pretty easy. I do like these. The wax squares have um, plastic on it, and you just press it down and then grab a piece of wax, and then you can use this to pick up your stones. It's just that easy. Now, this wax doesn't transfer as much as the pins like this do. So just keep that in mind. And then this wax, you usually get a good bit of it whenever you purchase these, and it lasts you a pretty decent amount of time, about the same amount of time as these. But what I like about this as well versus that, if you drop this, get it dirty, whatever, then this, is kind of like ruined. The whole pin is. Whereas this, if you drop it or if the wax gets dirty, all you do is take, a stick, straight pin, pull that wax out, put fresh wax in, and you're good. It's no big deal. What happens with the wax on these pins? Okay, so this is an option as well, and you can use these to finish putting in all your stones like we did right there. So your pickup tool is important. The other thing that's important, you could get tweezers. Oh, Mary Binkley, congratulations on your cameo the other day and your heat press. Holler. Yes, honey. Congratulations. So, color of orange for pumpkin, we have sun, we have hyacinth, we also have hyacinth AB, and we have tangerine. So it's entirely up to you which choice you go with for pumpkin. But those are three options there. A good set of tweezers is also helpful for those who maybe don't work with the pen as much. You can use tweezers. Tweezers are also very helpful for when you are flipping stones. Like when you go to pick this up, if some stones flip over on the back of the tape, you can use tweezers to easily flip the stone back over to where it's supposed to be. So those are some of the tools that you'll need. Another tool that I recommend that's usually in the beginner's kit is some form of pickup tray, which is what I use this for. And this, I just brush the stones into it, and it has a channel that the stones can slide into and go right back into the container, just like so. Absolutely love this, and use it quite often in my rhinestoning. So what all tools do you recommend for using when doing rhinestones? Did I forget anything? Can you think of anything else that a person might need if they're doing rhinestones? While I come back here and gather some more colors to finish out our autumn design. Because I got more colors that there we go. More colors that I need to put into that template. Where it is. I don't think I have that back here. Let's see. Nope. And oh, I got that. Okay. Colors. I find myself using tweezers to place stones when I'm placing by hand. Squeeze too hard and stones go flying across the room. Alcohol. Hilarious. Which version of alcohol? Which version of alcohol? Are we talking about vino? You need alcohol when designing. Yes, this is very similar to diamond painting. It's not 100% exactly because there's a lot of variables that are quite different, but the process is very similar. Lint roller is a good one. Cookie sheet that you bling on. That's a good one. That's a cool tool to collect them. So getting to that, is I usually get those from Dollar Tree. But in the event that Dollar Tree does not have them, we will be sourcing them in our beginner's kit, and we'll be getting to that. announcement here in a moment. We were supposed to, but yes, we will be offering a beginner's kit now to those who are true beginners and they don't have the tools that they need. They want to bling, don't have everything. Um, and it'll come with a lot of these tools. So you'll have a bling brush, you'll have your tweezers, you'll have your pickup tool, you'll have a sample of flock. Actually, you'll have a design already cut so that, for someone who wants to get a taste of blinging before having to struggle and cut out a template, there'll be flock in there, but you'll also have a template that you can go ahead and brush. Um, and then the tools that you need. Now, there was a point in time where the beginner's kit was offered with the beginner's class, but I changed that. And so now the beginner's kit will be on the website. But we're not done. We got more tools that's going to be in the beginner's kit, and we'll get to that here in a little bit. But we got to brush this and get this in. A tiny desktop vacuum. Yes, because there are going to be instances where you will drop stones, unfortunately. In a lot of ways, a little bit is inevitable, but just make sure if you purchase our stones, they come in their own containers. Don't carry your containers by the lid. Carry them by the actual container itself. Okay? Because we don't want oopsies. We've already had quite a few folks that have had oopsies, and oopsies are not fun. All right, so there's that. There's that. And since you're not wanting to cooperate, I'm going to pick you with the tweezers. Okay. And so, like I said, there's quite a few tools available out there. Link is in the description for the majority of this, with the exception of the beginner's kit. That is going to be, that is going to be listed this week. Okay. You're not wanting to cooperate, so you go and get. There we go. But if you need more detailed instructions on blinging and cutting out templates and things like that, we're not going to cover that tonight. So you can sign up for the class and get that information right away if you haven't already. Okay. All right. So that is Rose AB that I did first. And now I lost the Rose AB. I'm going to have to replace it because I brushed it out on accident. So this is Rose AB. This is Citrine AB. And now let's grab another color. Now, technically, I'm supposed to use autumn colors. However, what I've found is the AB colors tend to go very well with autumn themed designs. So that's why we're using it tonight. Alrighty, so let's grab this and put it up. Space, a good surface, yes. EJ's daughter, the mix. Yeah, the mix comes in handy for those super creative designs. Absolutely love them. So a design like this, technically you could do a mix. So there is that AB stone right there. And I just dropped the tape onto stone. So that wasn't too well thought out. Okay. And it did pick up stones. Like I figured it would. Now when I don't need it to be sticky, it's sticky. When I do need it to be sticky, it wants to act up. Okay, so there's that one. What color are you? You are Citrine AB. So we're going to put you in the thingy. And then we're going to go with, pretty sure this is Sapphire. Yep, Sapphire AB. Oh, let's take this off. Walk by Faith. It says she's looking forward to the beginner's kit. Yeah, it went over really well with the beginners class. So I figured we let it be available for everybody that wants it, whether they take the class or not. Let's see. Scraper to get the dots up. Yes, that's a good one. And that's right here. I got this one from Dollar Tree. You can use any kind of a flat scraper. As a matter of fact, the pickup scoop works as a scraper as well. I've used it quite a bit as a scraper. So you can utilize that for that as well. Lighting. Did I see lighting? Because I heard somebody say something about that lamp. Good lighting is very important. Not bright lighting, but good lighting. There's a difference. It's too bright. The rhinestones, they do glisten. Oh man. And they will reflect light, and you'll be kind of, I don't want to say blinded, but at times when you're working with the stones, it's like you see a stone that's not really there because the light kind of and the reflection of the stones will wear out your eyes. So just keep that in mind. All right, let's get this mess cleared up. So we've got you. I can go right there. Pick these stones up and put them in place. Why are you doing that to me? Okay. Flip this over because this is, and you belong up here. This goes in there. Goes in there. All right, I think that's it for that. And patience. Patience is definitely needed as well, if someone has not said that already. All right, so that is Sapphire AB. And we're going to go with one of my favorites next for autumn time. Storage, yes. A place to keep your tools is super important. Actually, we're going to go with Siam AB next. I was going to do Hyacinth AB, but I'm going to do Siam because I like Hyacinth so much. I'm going to use it for a bigger area. And as far as colors for your rhinestones, we get a question a lot, what colors to start out with. And we'll try to have some recommendations in the document I'm going to put together after this live with all of the things you want to start out with. Um, and give some recommendations. But generally, we look at that mess. Ugh, see, like I said, when you want it to stick, it don't stick. When you don't want it to be sticky, that's when it's sticky. We generally recommend your basic colors to start out with, especially if you're on a budget and you need to be strategic with the colors that you choose. So the colors that work really well, um, there's a couple of ways to approach that. You can do it by season, or you can do it by um, trends. So, say which seasons are trending. But say for instance, your sports teams, it's football season. So, some of the more popular sports teams for your area, you can get colors that complement those. You also can get just basic colors: your red, your blue, your yellow, um, your green. Those colors, you pretty much are going to use them at some point. Black, crystal, which is your basic silver crystal. Um, and then we also have iridescent colors that would help and perform very well in rhinestone designs too. So there's quite a few options, but you will need to determine what's going to work the best for your situation and for the designs that you want to do. That's also why we say the design technically needs to be decided first. Get your designs laid out so that you'll know what you're looking for in stones, stone sizes, and stone colors. Because you might like these colors or some other colors, but then those colors don't work well with your designs that you ultimately end up picking. So work on getting your designs together first, and then we'll come back and look at colors. But if you insist on building your rhinestone collection, which there's nothing wrong with that, then you can start with your basic colors. Your crystal AB, your crystal, your red, so that would be cyan or candy apple, light cyan or candy apple, your sapphire, your blue, or possibly aquamarine. Your yellow would be citrine or jonquil. Your orange would be sun or hyacinth, and so on and so forth. Hey, Richie. Hey, Martha. How are you? Appreciate you coming to hang out, Martha Jordan. All right, let's get these scooched down. So again, you have your beginners materials that you need in order to do rhinestones. You will need your designs. So you need to pick out what designs you want to do. Then you'll need your rhinestones. Then after your rhinestones, you'll need your cutting machine so that you can cut out your rhinestone flock. No point in getting flock and you don't have the rhinestone machine to cut. I'm sorry, rhinestone machine cutter to cut the flock yet. Which, no, that's not necessarily something I should have said. Shouldn't have said that. You can go ahead and have a cutter, especially being that most of your cutters will cut other things as well. So vinyl and cardstock, and your cutters are versatile tools. They'll cut some anything, and you'll have several projects you can do with a cutter. So you can get a cutter and have it on hand. Um, the cutter I would recommend, to be completely honest right now, the cutter that I would recommend at this point would be either the Romeo or the Juliet. And the reason why I would say those is because the ease of use is definitely there. It's not super difficult to learn. It's user friendly. They have it laid out where it tells you, you know, a lot of these machines, it takes a minute to learn what's what, what's where, what does what, and how do I find what. But with the Leonardo software, everything is just, it's laid out, it's spelled out. And even if it's not spelled out, they have a pop-up that tells you what it does. And if you end up having to look for something, like today I was like, "Ugh, I can't find duplicate. Where is the duplicate button?" I couldn't remember, but it didn't take long for me to find it because it's just the options of things to do are just right there. And you don't have a whole lot to cycle through to try and find what you want. And that is very good. That's very good, especially for someone who does not have patience like myself. I don't want to scroll through a bunch of stuff. I don't want to have to figure out anything. I just need it to be there. And as opposed to now, Cricut is very user friendly as well, Cricut Design Space, but Leonardo has a lot more features to offer, a lot more um access to many things that you can do with your designs. And you can share, or say for instance you want to be a designer and you want to sell, you can do that with your Leonardo software, because you can save files that are going to be shareable, but you can't do that with Cricut. Cricut is proprietary, so they hang on to their stuff. Okay. So Leonardo software with the Romeo or the Juliet is the better option in my opinion. Now, eventually I'm going to um do this project in basic autumn colors, but I wanted to play with the AB colors tonight. So again, that's Rose AB in the beginning. This is Citrine AB. Now my dog never barks. I mean, rarely. Rarely does she barks. And she's barking today. I don't even know what she's barking at. With the exception of UPS man. Now I tried to tell her she gonna leave UPS alone, because them's my homies. But this is Rose AB, Citrine AB, Sapphire AB, and Light Siam AB. This one is Topaz AB. And now I'm doing Hyacinth AB, which is an orange AB, basically. Hyacinth. Alrighty. Lily. Cut it out, fam. Unless somebody breaking into the house, and then, I'm going to feel real bad. All right. I know. Something got your goat. Ah, I scraped out a yellow. Did not mean to. And try to be careful when I'm scraping over the top of other colors, because it can dislodge stones sometimes. So, all right. So we are going to do surgery. I think I like the tweezers better in this instance. But at any rate, so once we get these, I'm going to do the leaf that goes in the middle. And then we will be done and can press. Oh, did not cut Tilly on. Let's cut Tilly on. Tilly is the heat press, and Tilly gets super hot. We were discussing heat presses earlier. The link is in the description below to my storefront at Heat Transfer Warehouse, where my heat press is listed there. If you would like to get a 16 by 20 heat press at a very good price. Okay. Uh-oh. Mr. McCrackens, did you put something up on the screen? I did not see it. Can you put it back, please? Hey, Angel Bee, Honey Bunny. How are you? Welcome. I am looking down at this template, so I'm not seeing stuff pop up, unfortunately. Burlap flag. Yeah, it would. And you can bling on burlap. For sure. I tried, y'all. I was working on this design and I was like, oh, is it cute enough? Uh-oh, I missed that one. I missed that one, sir. Way more freedom with Caesar. That is definitely the truth. Definitely. Because Cricket is out here like, no, you thought, what? But this my design. Don't care. It's staying in Cricket. And I can't be mad. It makes sense. You know, it's a strategic move. It's a business move. But for those of us who are trying to do just a little bit more with what we got going on, making designs and stuff, and you know, because you can make decent extra income with creating rhinestone designs. That is an option. So if you're a beginner and you're trying to get into it, you know, yes, that could be something you might want to look into. And right now, Silhouette software is what I primarily use to do my rhinestone designs, but there is also Caesar's software eventually will have a rhinestone designing aspect built into it as well. So it is coming. Um, so if you can, you know, hold on to your horses and you grab a Romeo or a Juliet and get the Leonardo software and get familiar with it, well, by the time the rhinestone portion is added, then you've already got it licked, you know, and you can just move right on into just doing your thing in creating rhinestone templates and blinging. Alrighty, so this is Autumn, and again, this is all AB color stones. AB colored stones are super cool because they have a special coating that allows them to reflect more than one color. The base color is there, but the coating reflects more than one. So, for instance, in the citrine AB, you see some reflections of like some light blue, some light green. You know, there's other colors that reflect there and make it a really super pretty presentation of a rhinestone design. Oh, thank you, Mary. Yeah, we wanted to be sure to have something that the rhinestones are just so pretty. It it just didn't do them justice to be in a little baggie. So we wanted to find some containers that would allow the rhinestones to continue to sparkle in all their glory. And thus the ice boxes came to be. And so, alrighty. So sorry about the focus thing, you guys. I don't know why it's acting. I know why it's acting up, but I can't remember where the software is. I gotta find it and download it again, you guys. I apologize. Alrighty, so beginners. Here is I took the rhinestone hot fix application tape, put it a U shape, laid it down on top of the rhinestones that we brushed into this template. I don't know if you can see this. Yeah, you can see it. There's some stones over here that did not get covered with the tape because my tape was too short. So how do we fix that? Super simply. It's a very simple thing. Right now, I'm just running my hand, putting pressure on these stones. Sean, thank you for being a member for 16 months. Holler. Yes, honey. Yes. Thank you so very much. So for right now, I'm just applying pressure so that we can make sure that the tops of those stones, even if some wax was transferred to the top of the stones, like I was telling you about earlier, that we get some good adhesion of those stones to the tape. Okay. But over here where we missed, all you got to do is just find some extra tape. Like there's tape up here that nothing is sticking to, right? So let's peel this up a little bit, and I'm just going to take my scissors and I'm going to cut a strip from off the top. And eventually you'll be able to glide your scissors. Boop. And so the stones up here, as you see, are still covered. You have a good night, Miss Sharon Davenport. Have a good night. Thank you for the super chat. Holler. We appreciate you. Have a pleasant night. Because I know you got to get up super early. And we're going to take this extra strip that I cut and just lay it right here and overlap it on the side so that it picks up those stones and it lays on top of the tape. Okay, so we're done with this particular part. This is our autumn, and I'm going to put it back on to the, see, we got a stone that flipped over right there. That's where your tweezers come in handy. That's the wrong color for right there. Alrighty. And now let's put it back down. Hopefully it will, look there. That's what you don't want it to do, is touch itself from one side to the other. Alrighty. So I'm just going to set this down right here, and then we'll get to it here in a moment. So as we are about to bling the leaf, once you get your stones in, see, I don't like stretching my template when it's stuck to a different surface. So that's the other reason why I like to keep it on the chopping mat, so I'm not stretching it as I'm taking it off of the surfaces. But at any rate, one of the other things you will need to help you on your rhinestoning journey at this point of the game, while we're getting ready to brush these in, is you need a blank. Not a blank, and then you got to guess what I'm saying. A physical blank. You need something to put the rhinestones on. That's the blank I'm talking about. So either a t-shirt blank, or you need a hat blank, or you can use a tote bag blank. any number of any one of those things you can use to put your rhinestones on and use it to give as a gift or use it to sell, whatever it is that you want to do. All right. So, what blank is your favorite blank to use with rhinestones? For those of you in here who have done rhinestones and you enjoy doing rhinestones, we're going to go with this color. Not the color I want, but we're going to go with this one. Because I don't get to use Crystal Light very often, which is a very pretty light shade of green. So we're going to use that one. So what is your favorite blank? The favorite blank that I have that I love to bling on are tote bags. And the reason why I like tote bags is they're great for gifts. They are starting to become the norm for shopping to help save the environment from the plastic bags. And they're reusable, so it helps reduce waste from the paper bags. So I love reusable tote bags. And they're easy to press, easy to use as a blank. The space is ample, it's flat. You don't have to worry about it too much. So I love blinging tote bags, but you will need a blank as well starting out. And you'll need to determine what blank you want. So whether that be t-shirts, like I said, or hats. A lot of it depends on what your end goal is. Are you making this for yourself and you want a shirt to wear? Are you making this for a friend because you need to give them a gift? It's entirely up to you. Once you answer that question, then you know what blank it is that you will need to source so that you can make your rhinestone project. If you are interested in getting some really good quality shirts, brand shirts, at really good prices, I have a link in the description below for Jiffy Shirts. Jiffy Shirts is not an affiliate link. I'm not affiliated with them, but I know when I order my shirts from Jiffy Shirts, usually I get them pretty quickly because they ship them right out. So definitely check out Jiffy Shirts. The prices are fairly comparable to where I usually get my shirts from locally. Like when I know I can't wait and I'm getting a super large amount, I have a local distributor that I have a wholesale account with. But in a pinch, when I need to get a hold of shirts, or if my local distributor is out of a certain color that I need, then that's where I turn to Jiffy Shirts. And like I said, the link is in the description, so you can check that out and grab you some shirts. So our leaf is done, and we are going to grab our next blank. Okay, our blank. I don't have I probably do have a tote bag behind me, but I have another item that you can find useful that we will be offering in our store. So give me one moment. Let's pick this up. Perfect. Absolutely perfect. Okay. And there's our leaf. And so what I'm going to do is go ahead and stick this one to a chopping mat. Not cutting mat, chopping mat. And then that way this one will already be ready, and I'll grab a larger chopping mat later for the other part to our design. The other cool thing about putting these on the chopping mat is if you leave enough space, you can write the size, the amount of stones, you can write the colors that you used in Sharpie on the side of these mats. So that's super convenient. Super, super duper convenient. Okay, ora, it is 10:25. Oh my gosh, we're not going to be able to get to the other design. That sucks. Okay. So let's move these out of the way and let's grab the blank so that we can discuss, or so I can show you the other thing we have that is helpful. So now we have a blank. This is going to be of blank that we'll use for this shirt. This is a size large. It is a Bella Canvas t-shirt. And I prefer in most instances to do rhinestones on black. The reason why is because the black allows the light to play off of the rhinestones. My tote bags, I get my tote bags from totebagfactory.com. Tote Bag Factory. But black allows the light, because the color black absorbs light. So we're getting kind of scientific. The color black absorbs light, whereas the rhinestones reflect light. So a black shirt allows rhinestones to reflect the light without any competition whatsoever. Whereas a white shirt or light colored shirt, that will reflect light as well. So it'll kind of compete a little bit with your rhinestones, but the black just lets them shine in all of their glory. So the other thing that will make life helpful in doing your rhinestones is you need to be able to center your designs. Okay. So we've got rulers and what I generally suggest, really quick tips is when you're doing a left or right chest logo, to find that you would start at the neckline and come straight down, and usually just above the armpits is where you want to put a left or a right chest logo on either side, right along this collar. Okay, if you're doing a breast front and center, then that's usually at your armpits. So the armpit, where that seam of the sleeve meets the bottom of this shirt, that's usually center chest. And if you take the time to look at your shirt that you may have on, t-shirt or whatever, and you follow that armpit around, it's going to go right across the nips. Usually, unless your nips are pointing down, and that's a whole different discussion. Okay. But that's usually right across the center of breast. That's where you want to put the design. Now that usually works for your basic t-shirts, your basic button-up shirts, your basic polo shirts. And what I generally do is I go from sleeve seam to sleeve seam, find the middle and go from there. Okay, so this is 15 inches, cut that in half. You're looking at 7.5 inches generally is the center, but sometimes the center and the center of the shirt doesn't quite match up. In that instance, you definitely want to use the center. Like in this instance, this V-neck, you're going to make that the center, because even if the V-neck is off, because sometimes shirts can be off, if the V-neck is off, that's where your customer's eye is going to be drawn, or whoever is watching you in this shirt, they're going to see that V-neck and look for it to be centered. But we are going to be sourcing rulers to help you. So we have an 8-pack set of rulers that will be offered in our store. It's a set of 8, and they come ready for you to use with shirts. So this is youth front and youth back. So this works with youth shirts, and I do have a youth shirt to show you how that works. This is a children front, children back. So this is the little people, like you're, a little bit older than your toddler or right there at toddler. That's what the children is for. We have V-neck. Absolutely love the fact there's a V-neck ruler in here, and we're going to be using that. And a V-neck back for those who want to use a ruler. She said, unless you own umbrellas, right? So if you want to put bling on the back, you can use the back rulers. And then we have adult front and adult back. So this goes with the round neck shirts, but this is a V-neck shirt, so we're going to use the V-neck ruler. So these are going to be in the store, and you can use them, and they will be in the beginner's kit as well, but you can get the ruler separate. All right, so what you want to do is center up the center of the V-neck ruler with the shirt, and then of course here's the center. All right, and this helps you measure the size of your design so that you can ensure that you're centering your design. Let's see how that works. Let's move that out of the way for the time being. I'm going to bring it back out here in a moment though, because this design is much bigger than that ruler. As you can see, it's much wider, but you still can kind of gauge the center based on, how much you got hanging off this side and how much you got hanging off that side. But if that doesn't work for you, then you can get a regular ruler for this part for designs that are just bigger, and you can go from one edge to the other. This is a little over 11 inches, and then half of 11 is 5.5. So the center of this design is going to go right up here where that U is. And as you can see, we're almost right there anyway. See the arrow? So we were on the money at just because we were already there. All right. So I'm going to move this up because this shirt is, I'm going to move this up because this is V-neck, and V-necks kind of plunge in between the breast area. So the design needs to come, and this is such a long design, it needs to come up some so that it'll have all that front and center real estate. Okay. So we're going to set that right there. I'm going to move the ruler because we're done with that. These are so cool. Easy to use. Place it, mark it, and go on about your business. All right. And then I'm going to take this off. This is not going to work the way I want it to. I'm trying to be fancy and it ain't going to work. So I'm going to move that. I know where remember it was right there beside the U. Alrighty. And so there is our autumn. Let me hold it up and make sure it looks straight to me. And it does not. I'm going to shift it just a little itty bitty bit. And since this camera wants to act up, we definitely going to bring in Tilly's camera. So let me go, whoops. Let me go do that. Oh no, I messed up my stones right there. There's no worries. I'll fix these too here in a moment. Let's add Tilly right there. And yep. All right. So we can add Tilly when it's time. Okay. Tilly is over there buzzing like, come on, I'm ready. All right. And there we go. This is for autumn. So let's go ahead and put this over on Tilly. And hopefully we can get Tilly in. Let's see. We get the shirt situated and then we'll bring Tilly on. Put that up there and then bring it down. I'm going to have to, because of how tall this design is, I'm going to clip a little bit of that neckline. So usually with a V-neck, I try not to press where the V is of the V-neck because it'll leave a heat press crease there. But in this instance, because of how long this design is, I kind of don't have a choice. So we're going to go ahead and let that press. And the finer thing bling, generally I pre-press my shirts. I didn't this time and I'm ashamed. But we're running out of time. So I'm going to go ahead and press this for about 12 seconds is what I recommend for the finer thing bling. And then let's pull this down some so that you can see. And then here is our peel reveal over here on Tilly. And that AB is just, AB does its own thing. I got a couple of stones missing. Don't know how or why they decided to go rogue. But we're going to grab some and put them right there. Meanwhile, we'll also grab our leaf to go in the middle. And I'm just thankful after I designed this, y'all, and did the full leaf that goes in the middle. I was just so thankful that it said autumn up there, because you know we might could confuse this leaf, I guess. I don't know. But I was like, ooh, boy, I tell you, I wasn't looking at that too good. So anyways, and then we're gonna line this up in here. Super pretty. And now we're going to, let's straighten this back up. Whoops. And I press all layers, every layer I press the full time. I don't shorten anything. So I do 12 seconds, 12, 13 seconds for every layer that we do for our bling. Okay. And the final peel reveal for this particular design, we'll go right here. And there's our leaf. And the 2 extra stones that we're missing to begin with. So you will need to have tools that will help you be successful in your rhinestone journey. How did we start out? What did we start out with? Okay, we started out with a design. So once you find a design that you love, then you pick your colors and your stones. You have to find the stones that fit the size of your design. This particular design that we did this time is SS10, but I also cut out SS6 for the pumpkin. So you pick which one you want, whatever size your design calls for, you get those stones. Once you get your stones, you need a cutter so that you can cut out your rhinestone flock and your rhinestone template. Once you get your cutter and you cut out, get ready to cut out your template, you need flock so that you can cut your rhinestone template out of rhinestone flock. Some people use cardstock, and if you choose to use cardstock, that's okay. There's no worries. You can use cardstock, but this is, we found that flock is just easier to use and user friendlier than cardstock, but it's up to you. After you cut out your template with your rhinestone flock, you also need heat transfer tape, and it has to be hot fix transfer tape, because regular transfer tape cannot withstand heat. So you will use regular transfer tape and wind up melting your rhinestone design, and you don't want to do rhinestone tape rather, and you don't want to melt your tape. Okay. After you get your tape, then you'll need your brushes. You'll need a pickup pen to help you fill in those spots, or tweezers, or both. You'll also need your rhinestone brushes, whether that be the bone brush or just a regular brushing pad. Tweezers are helpful. You need a scoop that'll help you pick up your tools. You'll also need rulers to help you line up on your blanks, and you'll need blanks, things that you're going to press your stones onto. So your rulers are something that we'll be offering in our store. I'm going to fix this and then repost that design on the website, because I think that end needs to be defined a little bit more. My bad. I'm not good at designing. Let's bring this over to this table and switch the camera back over. Let's see. There we go. All right. And so once you get your blanks and your rulers and you line everything up and you press, for the most part, you guys, oh, and chopping mats to hold your rhinestone templates. For the most part, after that, you guys are good to go. You're good to go. Okay. So we're just trying to make it super helpful for you. And then also, you had folks in the chat that were suggesting some of the things that help make their lives easier. Like, for instance, ample space. As you see, it takes a lot of space to bling. You need a lot of room to lay things out, to lay shirts out, make sure stuff is straight, blah, blah, blah. Um, is that a notch? Yeah, the notches. That's why I said I gotta fix that when I there's a little bitty one, so and it's not good enough. So I'll fix that. And then redo it because I had to fix these as well. The SS6 one is fine. It's great, but the SS10 could be better. And this particular design comes with a filled in leaf as well, if you're interested. And both leaves are in the come with the design. So it's up to you if you want to use them. Um, but we just want to try and help make sure that you're able to get the most out of your rhinestone journey. And so, as I mentioned, we'll have a lot of these tools available on our website. Like I said, the chopping mats will soon be available. Um, we'll have tweezers soon to be available, but most of this stuff is going to be, oh, the rulers, not the tweezers. The rulers will be available. But most of this stuff is going to be in the beginner's kit. And so the beginner's kit are for those who are just getting started and they want to have, the right tools at the right time. Now, really quick, the buy-in is going on now, and all of these stones are available in the buy-in. These are our AB stones with the exception of the leaf. Um the leaf is chrysolite green, so that's a really pretty green, as you saw when it blurred up. That was really pretty. It's a very light green shade of green. But this is rose AB. This is citrine AB. This is sapphire AB. This is light cyan AB. This one is topaz AB. And this one is hyacinth AB. Now, I love AB rhinestones because you can look at them a certain way and you'll see their true colors. But then when you turn them, you'll see the reflections of the other colors come in. See right there? See how, you see spots in there now. It's not the full straight on color. See right there? It's the solid color, but you turn right in here. Woo, look at that. It changes color a little bit to you. So the AB stones are really pretty. And if you're able to bling a design and use the complementary color to go with it, so like the rose AB, you can use rose with it. So, do like the major part of the design in rose AB and do the smaller part in rose, or vice versa. It plays out very well. It turns out really nice. Same with citrine AB, sapphire AB. You can use sapphire, you can use citrine, you can use light cyan with this light cyan AB. Topaz with this topaz AB is amazing. And then hyacinth with this hyacinth AB is beautiful too. But that's the beauty of using AB stones versus your solid color stones, because you get the best of both worlds. Absolutely love them. They're a lot of fun. So it is 10:44. We got 15 minutes. I don't want to start blinging the pumpkin and then wind up going overtime because it's been a long week, a long day. Um, been pretty busy getting ready for the buy-in. And like I said, the buy-in is on and popping right now. So if you want to get excellent quality hot fix rhinestones at a wholesale price, the buy-in is where you want to get it. We also want to remind you, now I did have one extra spot for the Bling Fest. Our Bling Fest is coming up October 27th and 28th. Okay. So October the 27th and the 28th. The main Bling Fest is going to be on the 28th. That's Saturday. It's an all-day event. You come, you don't have to bring anything. All of the bling will be there for you. The tape, the transfers, not transfers, the tape, the templates, brushes, the whole nine will be available for you when you come and bling. If you choose to, we do have premier access, where you can get a room and stay. Or did I close those out? I think I closed out those tickets. We closed out. I have one more ticket. I do have one more ticket for the premiere access, and I need to turn that one ticket on. But aside from that, that premiere ticket comes with the dinner in Blanc, where we will have a very high-end plated dinner where we all sit down with you, and some of your favorite influencers will be there, and we all dine together, have a good time. It will be videoed, it will be photographed. We'll have professional, well, not professional, but we'll have, really nice pictures made, videos made, not like headshot type of situation, professional, but like there will be a photographer there. And we'll have a good time. That is Friday night. Then after you've eaten, gotten full, talked to everybody, hugged everybody, go up to your room, chill out, go to bed, get up the next morning around 10 a.m. We'll start the Bling Fest. And that's where everybody comes in. If you live nearby or if you're in driving distance, you can come up on Saturday with your ticket, come in, and you can bling right along with us. So I'm super excited um, to join in with all of that. You did a video about what to look for so that our designs do not infringe on someone else's copyrighted designs. Are the designs on your website okay for commercial uses? My designs, you can, like this one, I made it from scratch myself. So you can use it on shirts and bags and stuff. But I just ask that you not resell my designs. That's the only thing I ask. So commercial use, like if you got a store and you want to put these shirts in your storefront, you should be fine. I'm not gonna have sniffers coming out looking for you to see that you're selling 100,000 of shirts with this particular design on it. I'm not gonna be upset, because one thing's for certain: if you're sourcing your stones from the finer things, it doesn't matter. Yes, the dress code is white, please. I We were getting some. I was gonna share with you guys some of the outfits the Mister was looking at for me and him to wear, and I was gonna get you guys input on it. But yes, if you, we would highly appreciate it if you were coming to the dinner in Blanc in white. That's a white attire dinner. That's what in Blanc stands for. And when you come and we're all dressed in white and looking super spiffy and high end and stuff, it's just gonna be over the top. I'm super excited. It's okay, Karen S. I mean, we will have another one coming up next year. Lord willing and the creek don't rise. So yes, definitely check that out. She said fashion show. I can't fashion show today. I can't fashion show tonight, but I will show it on the front camera. Let's go to the front camera as we close out our show for tonight. You did not, Karen D. No, where was that? Then remind me, and I will see about um getting that sent over, because the invite, I send it out one of two ways. If you didn't get the original message with the link, then I go directly to Facebook and put in your email address in Facebook, and Facebook sends you the link. So one way or the other, the link should have been there, but we'll send it out again. So here is the autumn. Ooh, child. I just, and sometimes I just, all I can do is just sit there and look at it because it's so pretty. Look at that. Yours came in okay. Cool beans. I'm glad you got it. The last buy-in date is going to be next Sunday, midnight. So you have 7 days to purchase the buy-in for this particular buy-in. EJ's daughter talking about turn off the lights. I don't even have to. That's the, look at that. But to her credit, the the finer thing bling is so pretty, y'all. We can cut lights off and you can still look, you can still see that bling. Look at that. So you out at night and people are like, oh, is that shirt lighting up? Yes, fam. Yes, it is. Look at that. Look like little lights, don't it? The metal lights really shine and show out. It's crazy. Can't even stop looking at it. It's so crazy to see the bling. I'll send it for research, Delonda, if you need it. You need it sent for research. So yeah, I appreciate you guys hanging out with us. Thank you, Patrice. I learned from the best. Miss Patrice taught me. She taught me how to do rhinestone designs because I said I would not do rhinestone designs because it's team too much. It's too much to do. Blah blah blah. She made it so easy to learn. I was I still kick back a little bit sometimes, but she really taught me how to get it done and done right. So definitely check out Craftable Things if you're interested in learning. And we will have an advanced class coming up really soon to do a design and the core. Yes, actually, I have an order for 12, 14, 12 or 14 bags. I got to do um by Thursday. Yeah, AB Stones, that's your favorite. And we actually she's we'll make sure the research department got what they need. We were actually waiting on something to start back with the embroidery aspect of it, some extra stuff, and it hasn't come yet. So I'm trying to wait and hold out so that we can have some extra fun with doing our embroidery and get back into it, because I kind of want to dedicate a day during the week now to doing embroidery. That's the plan. Y'all know how planning goes around here. I wind up so busy and doing so many things. Sometimes it's hard to get other stuff up and going. Oh, yeah, Lisa, thank you. Okay, my bad. There we go. Woo! Shimmy. Look at that. Y'all look. Come on, fam. That's the finer thing, bling. It really is. I don't, and I'm not, because look, I'm not the one sitting. I just, it made sense. You have to source something that people are going to want. It's a lot of rhinestones out there, a lot of different qualities out there. Take the beginner's class so that you can understand the difference in the qualities and why quality is so important. This is Rose AB. This one is Citrine AB. This one is Sapphire AB. This one is Light Siam AB. So this would be Delonda's color is red AB. Light Siam AB. This one is Topaz AB. And this one is Hyacinth AB. Those are the colors. So Rose AB, Citrine AB, Sapphire AB. The U is Light Siam AB. The M, Topaz AB. And the N is Hyacinth AB. The leaf is Chrysolite. It's called Chrysolite. It's a light green. It's a pale shade of green. That's Chrysolite. I technically wanted to do either topaz or coffee. I didn't have either one over there. And I forgot to look over here in my other stash of stones. So I couldn't, but I did chrysolite. And the chrysolite is really pretty. Oh, thank you, Lisa. Yeah, that topaz, I'm telling y'all, topaz AB, people sleep on topaz AB. And when you mix topaz with topaz, oh my God, it is so pretty. It is so, I mean, all of them are pretty though. Really, really. All of them are really pretty. Like they each have their place. They really do. But that topaz AB, what? What? Honey. Lisa says she got plastic stones one time, and you understand real quick the value of having a trusted place to buy from. And that's true. That's true. We worked really hard. I researched for a long time to find our stones. And it's just, they were so pretty until I was like, nah, fam, we got to figure this out. Folks got to know about these. And so that's just kind of how it all started. I was sourcing for myself. And had to share. They were too pretty to not share. And that's being blatantly honest. They were too pretty to not share. I just couldn't keep them for myself. So, but at any rate, I'm glad you guys like the shirt. It'll go into a raffle one day soon because that's a size large. I might could squeeze into this. I don't know. We'll see. Because I still have to do the pumpkin. How do you decide which colors to use together? Honestly, for me, I usually go based on the designer and how the designer lays out colors. Like Patrice's, her stuff usually she has colors already laid out with her stuff, and it's like, oh, that was perfect. I'm gonna do that too. The other telling factor for me is my favorite colors. A lot of times I tend to stick to those. Kind of like how I know you prefer red. You lean towards red. So, oh God, that light cyan AB and that topaz AB together, that it's on the shirt together. That would be so pretty because your reds and your browns go together. So a lot of times I look at complementary. See what that is? They're right there beside each other. Look at them together. That topaz and that light cyan AB. Light cyan and the M is topaz AB. Brown and red just goes together. So another trick that I learned when I'm stuck with colors and I just can't figure out what color would look good together, I Google it. What color goes good with purple? What color goes good with green? Or I'll say, show me complementary colors. And Google is perfect. Like Google pulls up the whole color wheel and the colors opposite each other on the color wheel. Like Sheila Cushionberry, the color wheels is perfect. You can look and see what colors complement and put them together. And it really does help out. It really does. But at the end of the day, another telltale factor, another gauging factor is what are you wearing? What are you about to wear? So if you pull out them red hot mama pumps that you got, then we needs to be incorporating some red and a nice complementary color to go with your black jeans and the red hot mama pumps. That's another way I pick what colors go together. But with this design, when I was making it, the whole reason I even made this design is because of the AB colors. I love when Marilyn did the crayons, the box of crayons, and she did all AB colors for every crayon. I'm not a teacher. I don't have a student class or anything like that. So it's like I have no reason to justify wearing crayons on my shirt. But this is a nice alternative for me because it's autumn. I do enjoy autumn. I do enjoy autumn. So I was like, yeah, I'm gonna make me an autumn shirt. You know what I'm saying? And I liked the rodeo design that Dennis had made that time, and it's really similar. So, except he did a horse and a cowboy on a horse in the middle of his, and it said rodeo. And I was like, oh, I love that design. That would be perfect for ABs. And so I said autumn is a perfect color. And so that's why word. And so that's why I came up with that design today. Ooh, and Google trending color Sheila Cushionberry. Yes, honey. Yes. So I so appreciate being able to do the buy-in and get such a great price compared to retail sellers. All thanks to you and putting this buy-in opportunity together for all of us to get better prices. You are welcome. These are not metal lights. These are AB colors. They're just AB. These are all AB colors. So these are not metal lights. They're just AB. So the rose AB for the A. Again, the U is citrine AB. The T is sapphire AB. The U is light cyan AB. The M is topaz AB. And the N is hyacinth AB. Google search color palette and get the hex code for your color, and it will show you all the tones in a line of whatever color scheme you can think of. You can then copy the hex code for your cutter. That's super cool. Thank you for sharing that. Thank you for sharing that. But yes, tone on tone. Yes, Dimps. I like tone on tone too. So for tone on tone, meaning this is a black shirt, I would probably use either jet black rhinestones or jet hematite, which are a black chromish. Those are really pretty. I love tone on tone. Or a pink shirt and you put pink stones, or a purple shirt and you put purple stones. That is a really good play. The cool thing about that though is no matter what color shirt you have, if you get the crushed ice or the crushed ice AB, those are clear stones, especially the crushed ice AB, and the stones will take on the color of the shirt. And so it'll play off and make a really nice shirt as well. So absolutely love those. Woo! Crafting with Delonda. If you email me and you need something, you let me know. But normally for the buy-in, I can't rush them, because the buy-in generally is where people are ordering in bulk what they want. And so the bulk quantities I order on per request, so to speak. So I have to order the bulk amounts, and then when I get them in, repackage them and send them out. That's why the buy-in takes so long, as opposed to the buy now, which is the Hot Fix store. They're smaller quantities, so that's why it's easier to get immediate fulfillment of those. But keep your eyes open on that as well. But yes, you just let me know what you need to get hematite. Got you, fam. I got you. So yeah, you guys, thank you. This was fun. It was something else I was gonna mention, but for the life of me, I can't remember what it was because a question came up. But we absolutely love playing with stones around here, and the AB stones are definitely on and popping, and they're perfect for fall weather. So definitely check them out. They are in the Hot Fix store as well as the buy-in store as well. So yes, definitely. So thank y'all for hanging out. It's 11 o'clock. I've got more work to do and get things ready for these beginner kits that are going to be on the website. Also, the t-shirt rulers, the 8-packs, will be on the website as well. I already have those pictures taken. I just got to list them. Something else to do. And then it was the rulers that were going to be listed and something else. But right now my brain is fried because it's getting late. So if those aren't listed till tomorrow, please forgive me, but at least the buy-in is on and ready to go. So thank y'all for hanging out. I appreciate it. It was a lot of fun. And I hope that the tips that we gave you guys today on things that you need for beginners, I hope you found that helpful. If you need extra information, just click the link below for the class, or go to our website, thebabiesbooty.store, and click the classes link up at the top and sign up for the class. I promise you it's worth it. You get a lot of really detailed information. What I know about rhinestones, you will learn about rhinestones, and it'll help you be professional, and you'll know what you're talking about, fam. When you're talking to these people, oh, well, that has this amount of facets and this came from that, and that has this quality. That's how you can tell. See, you'll be able to do all of that. Right now, you'll just be like, oh, this is just some pretty rhinestones. No, we want you to be, oh no, this is, no, we know our rhinestones, and I want you to get to that level. So definitely check out the class, okay? It was a lot of fun. So we appreciate you guys. We hope you have a great night. And until the next time we see you all, we hope you have happy blinging. And the motorcycle man didn't come back, but the dog did. Good night. Bye.
How would you define luxury? Your purchase of our rhinestones has put extravagance right at your fingertips. Here at The Baby's Booty, we are taking the standard of luxury and bringing it directly to you. Introducing the perfect companion to your luxe rhinestones, The Baby's Booty Ice Boxes. Our ice boxes are in the perfect sizes to complement your order. Each color in your purchase will be labeled and packaged in these elegant acrylic boxes, ready to display your luxury stones for everyone to see. The Baby's Booty Ice Box, where our bling is the finer thing.